Susan. How are you? So, this week's been a better week for you. Well, that's great. So, I'm hoping that today we'll be able to find some different ways to help you cope with your stress, as well as finding that energy, motivation, and confidence that you used to have. So, when you were in here last, we were talking about how you actually wanted to be here, which is fantastic that you do because it definitely shows progress in all of our sessions. You also told me you're ready to change, but you're scared and you kind of don't know how to. Is that correct? Okay, perfect. So, in our last session, you also were telling me how you were scared to stop drinking because you believed you'll feel bad and not know another way to cope. Have you had any thoughts and alternatives for coping? Okay. Okay, that's perfectly fine. I just wanted to kind of see if you had any thoughts before we continued. So I'd like for you to kind of imagine yourself 3 months down the road where we've had several sessions where you've progressed a lot and you're finally to that point where you're wanting to be. Can you describe to me who that person is or what you're feeling as that person? Okay. Okay. I see. Thank you for sharing. So you want to be who you were before and find another solution to help with your stress or getting through the day. You want to be the energetic, motivated, and confident woman you were before. Okay? So I do recall you having difficulty getting out of bed and having the energy to get through the day. Are you still having difficulty with this? Okay. So you feel down on the bad days that causes you to drink. And these days are the ones where your motivation and energy seems to be lacking the most. Is that correct? Okay. Okay. I see. So the lack of energy and motivation for your children's activities, working, or getting out of bed causes your stress to increase. And with this lack of energy, the urge to drink happens. And then when you end up drinking, you feel as though you failed your family, and that makes you lose your confidence. Okay. So there are two things I want to suggest for you to try this week if you're willing to try it. It can help with your energy and motivation as well as being an alternative for dealing with your stress, kind of coping with it a little bit. So would you like to hear my ideas or do you have any ideas of your own? Okay, that's fine. So if you're willing to hear my ideas, so the first thing I would like to try this week is when you wake up, try a form of meditation. This can be you sitting in bed, just kind of doing breathing exercises, doing yoga, stretches, any type of thing that kind of relaxes you, listening to music, those types of things to relax you so you can kind of reflect on what you can get out of the day. Yeah, I definitely don't want to overwhelm you because this is going to be a gradual change, and if it's too much of a change, it can definitely shock you. So I also would like you to do with the meditation, whether you do it right after or as you're doing it, to list 5 goals that you hope to achieve that day. It can be something as simple as getting out of bed and making breakfast for the family, or taking your children to school, or visiting a friend, anything like that. I just kind of want to let you have those goals of something to give you a little energy or a little bit of motivation. And I want these goals to help you. And with it written down, it kind of helps you be held accountable a little bit because it just reminds you, oh, well, I've got to do this, I've got to do this and this. And eventually it can help you get that energy and motivation to actually accomplish those goals. Okay, that's great. So the final thing that I would like you to do relates to journaling. So at the end of each day, I'd like you to kind of reflect on what happened during the day. I'd like you to talk about the goals, whether you accomplished them or not, the way you felt during the day. I'd like to just kind of see how you progress throughout the week and through the day too. But I also want you to be able to tell me if you drank or had the urge to drink, and if you didn't, what you did to refrain from drinking. I definitely understand that. It does seem like a lot, but I just kind of want you to reflect on the day. It can be as short or as long as you want. That's all I'm asking for. And if you don't mind, I'd like you to bring it to our next session so we can kind of see your progression through the week and just kind of see where you struggled, if we need to find a different form of technique, anything like that. So are you willing to try this? Okay, that's great. So I'm looking forward to seeing your progress and seeing the changes happen in you, because I've already seen a slight change compared to our first session. So we discussed a lot today, and I just want to recap a little bit on what we discussed so we're on the same page. So we talked about how you want to be that mother, wife, and worker you were before that was energetic, motivated, and confident. Your bad days are the days where the lack of energy, motivation, and confidence happens. We're going to try 15 minutes of meditation and listing 5 goals to do during that day. And we're going to also journal to reflect on the day to see if it helps increase your energy, motivation, and confidence, as well as decrease any urges to drink. Is that correct? Okay, perfect. So I can't wait to see how this week goes for you. I will see you next week, and good luck this week. Bye.